You're a hack. Rude. Controversial.
If I see a white person, I'm gonna kill him! Leave Bruce Jenner alone!
If you're a comic that specializes in particularly gratuitous humor, these are some of the things you might hear on a nightly basis.
I told you I was crazy, dude.
In this series, we will take an inside look into the minds of comedians who use humor as a way of processing pain and trauma, for the sole purpose of answering the question, why are comedians so messed up? What do you think people think about the fact that I'm driving with you in a car right now?
I'm driving yours.
That's true. What do you think people think about you driving me?
I don't know.
You don't? I think they probably think that I am crazy as shit.
Why?
I don't know, maybe because you don't have any arms or hands.
I saw this movie the other day. It was about a couple that had a disabled baby. The couple was devastated and there was talk of adoption. And in the end, oh, my bad, spoilers in case anybody wanted to watch this movie. The couple was able to look past the baby's disability and learn to accept it. I was so moved that I grabbed the box to remember the title. But all it said was home movies.
I think the things that people take for granted on a regular basis, you do and you accomplish, I wouldn't say with little effort, but like just the simplest of things, like going to the bathroom and wiping your ass. How do you do that?
I'm not gonna answer that.
You're not gonna answer that?
There should be mysteries in this world. That's one of them.
All right, if that's one of them, then I won't ask you anything that makes you uncomfortable. But I will say, I would love to know how you do that. What I was thinking was that maybe you have like a little thing, like a I don't know, like, you know, one of those brushes that you scratch your back with.
I don't use that to fucking wipe my ass, dude.
That would be a great invention.
I use that to shower. What am I gonna do? Like, no, dude.
How do you hold it?
Dude, I hold it fine.
Alright, so you won't answer any questions about how do you go to the bathroom?
Or jerk off, which is the #1 question.
I absolutely want to know how you jerk off, Chris, but that is...
Everybody always asks me that question. It's like, how do you jerk off? And I literally put that into a joke. I was like, I just call your mom and she does a bang up job. Like, that's all. It's a stupid little thing, but it's like, I get so annoyed at that.
What? Why would... Chris, okay, with all due respect, and I have to say this.
Yeah.
People are going to wonder these things from someone who is so open. You know, like, you're putting yourself in stand-up comedy. So people have, when you put yourself out there in such a public forum like stand-up comedy, people are going to have questions.
You know, Don used to ask me that all the time.
How you jerk off?
Yeah, and how do I wipe my ass and all this other stuff. And I used to be like, I'm not telling you.
Do you not want to tell because you feel exposed?
No, it's not that. I'm not a little baby about it, but it's like...
Do you realize that people have these questions because they're legitimate? Like,
oh no, I know that. I know they're legitimate. I know that they don't mean anything by it, but it's like, sometimes I'm just like, I wouldn't ask you, how do you fuck? Like, it's just like, it's just creepy, and I don't know.
So there's privacy issues.
Yeah, there's privacy more to say, because it's like, you know, I'm not gonna get upset because I know the question means well. It's just that with me, it's like, it's privacy. It's like I have one of these things where I'm open, but there's like 2 or 3 things that I keep private. That's
understood. That's really good to know. And of course, that makes total sense.
Because it's also like really weird. Like, what would you go over to a random stranger, anybody that's not even me? I'd just be like, how do you masturbate? It's like...
Well, I would assume if they have hands, they would use their hands.
I know, but I'm saying, like, if somebody else was normal, right? Would it be... If you're going to ask me that question, like, people always don't think about it, but it's like, all right, pretend I don't have the thing with the hands and shit.
Right.
Actually, I asked that same question.
I of course not. Okay, so the top 3 questions you get are, how do you wipe your ass?
Mm-hmm.
How do you jerk off? And what's another common question that you get from people?
Jerk off is number 1.
Jerk off is number 1.
Wipe my ass is number 2.
Wipe your ass is number 2.
3 is what happened.
What happened with,
like,
how'd you get the way that you...
Yep.
How did you get that? That's a stupid question. That's a dumb question. You were born.
A lot of people don't know. They think it's an accident. They think I fought in Iraq or something. That's happened before. Because I've worn a lot of like camo shit, and every time when I have military anything, they automatically assume I'm in the military. And I had one guy salute me.
You had one guy who do what?
Salute me once. I was like, I was so awkward.
Do you currently date?
I'm dating-ish. I don't really... Like, the thing about me dating is, like, it's a fucking nightmare. Because, like, I just, you know, whenever I meet a woman, it's like, if I meet her at a bar, we'll hook up, and then it's like, you know, maybe I'll ask, like, hey, let's try, and okay, we do one date, and then it just usually, you know, she's like, yeah, I'm not interested, bye, alright.
So now, I know that viewers out there are going to be skeptical when you say you meet a girl at a bar and you hook up.
Mm-hmm. I'm suave, ask Ben.
I know that, and I know that you are suave as shit. I've seen you work. I've seen some of your charm with the ladies. That being said, you have dated girls before?
Yeah, I've had a few girlfriends.
And how do they treat you with your disability?
They're fine. I mean, the girls that I date are okay with it, and that's really that's really the key there, because it's like I've gone out with girls on OkCupid and all these different, and I got out of those sites immediately because it was like ridiculous. Because you'll say like, I'll post it like, I'm disabled, photos are real, no, you can't pass it down. Because that's like another question that they'll always ask. Like,
what's that?
Women will ask that immediately. It's
what?
Like, can your disability be passed down?
Can your disability be passed down?
Yeah.
Really? So that's a big concern, is that they think
they're gonna get a mini-me.
Interesting.
And I'm like, but isn't it the point of dating? Like, you're gonna get a mini-me anyway?
That's a great point.
Yeah, but I guess if they're not comfortable with that, then...
But your disability is not hereditary. It's not hereditary. It's not...
No.
So your father does not have...
No.
Okay. Listen, and as ignorant as you might think these questions are, and even I think they might even be a little insensitive, I think these are questions that people do have. So it's great it's great that you'll answer some of these things. And listen, and I might add, I just want to put this out there. Your penis works. It's not like your arms.
How would you know that?
Well, I'm not. I don't know if your penis works. I'm saying
Who was that person in my room night?
I'm saying what you just said is that you've hooked up with girls.
Yes.
And your penis works. And even if it didn't work, there's other things.
A penis is a muscle.
I know what a penis is. What I'm saying is
you are a pastor.
That's a good one. Your sexual extremities work. It's not the only thing disabled about you is your arms.
Yeah. And my feet. And my feet. That's another thing too.
Your feet are disabled too?
Yeah, no one's ever seen my feet.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
So wait, do your feet look like your arms? Your arms?
Yeah, no guy has seen it. Only the women that I've gone out with have seen my feet. That's really funny.
Wow, I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think that.
No, nobody thinks about that. No one.
Oh my God. I'm sorry, I thought you were going to hit that car.
No. I knew what I was doing. I told you I was crazy, dude.
No, you're not crazy.
Don't worry.
That break.
Don't worry. I know.
You need a hand with that, or? Sorry.
Fucking handbrake.
You're one of my best friends,
Mm-hmm.
and people will kind of say that to me, like, how could you make jokes about Chris?
Who did that?
A lot of people. Remember when I posted the hecklers video?
Yeah.
And, you know, I told everybody about the SeaWorld joke that we made.
Oh, that was brilliant.
And, you know, a lot of people say, how could you do that? And I would tell them, listen, this is a heckler's show. Every comic who goes on stage knows they're going to get brutalized. And Chris is no different. He doesn't want to be treated like a victim or like he's less than everybody else. No, he's one of us. And so, you know, people can't really wrap their mind around that, but that's one of the reasons we're doing this today.
I'll tell you what. I remember...
You're particularly evil because you love the hecklers show more than anybody.
I do. I love it to pieces.
Why is that?
Because it's so much fun to watch someone get torn to shreds and just not handle it. I love it.
You're brutal.
I love watching people just dive into depravity.
Can I just ignore Chris like every other woman does in this world? Can you say something funny? Can you iron that blazer?
Did your wife take half your jokes too?
Oh wait, be careful, there's a car.
Dude, scaring me, damn it.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Chris, I'm sorry. It's not, there's really no reason that I should be concerned right now, so.
Oh, you have every right to be concerned.
Exactly. Have you had to battle depression in your life?
Oh yeah, definitely.
How do you...
I have moderate depression. I don't have...
What do you do to battle it?
I do stand-up.
You do stand-up, so you literally use stand-up comedy to process the pain that you feel.
Yeah, sometimes, yeah. I write a lot of jokes, and I'm very good at... I'm one of these people that once I find the structure of something, I will follow that structure, and then I leave, since I'm very writing oriented, I demand that my writing be up to par.
Right. You do all of these things, and you don't make excuses. Oh, what are some things that you've done that people would be surprised, besides driving?
I have fired a handgun and a rifle.
You fired a handgun?
And a rifle.
How the motherfuck have you...
What?
Fired a handgun? A rifle? How have you done that?
Went to a shooting range in PA.
That's how it starts, by going to shooting ranges. My question is, how did you hold it?
Well, they have a mount, so they come with mounts. So you put the rifle on the mount, and then what I do is I basically take my left arm and I put the thumb in the trigger ring, and then I just basically put the right shoulder, press hard against it, and then push on the thumb on the left hand, and then bang, it goes off.
And
that one Garan's a bitch though, because that thing kicks.
And shooting is actually something you enjoy.
I like shooting. It makes you fucking horny as shit afterwards though.
Shooting makes you horny, Chris?
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
I've never wanted pussy so bad.
What? Why do you get horny when you shoot a gun?
Dude, you have to take a 50 caliber rifle in your hand. Mount.
I've shot a rifle. I've shot a 22 before.
A fucking 22 is a bitch rifle, but I mean like a 50 cal.
You just called me a bitch.
Dude, I fired a 22 rifle. It's not that crazy. When you fire a 50 cal or an AR-15 on a mount and you're hitting targets that are moving, and you hear the ding 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 every time you hit them, yo, you're like, you feel boss. And when you've actually
this is really, really interesting. This has great implications for the NYPD. You think that's why they're so trigger happy? Did you have like black teenage boys as your targets doing shooting practice? You know they do that in Florida. If there was one thing you would want people to know about you, what would it be?
That I'm funny and I'm a very good writer.
That you're funny and that you're a very good writer. Okay, if there's one thing that you would want people to know about you not related to comedy, what would it be?
I think that I'm just normal, regular guy.
You're a normal guy.
Yeah.
Like everybody else. Yeah, true. This has been another episode of Comedians Why We're Messed Up. This is my man Chris Crespo. We'll see you next week.